Hello everybody, it's Bill's That College Football Guy here with, yet another preview and prediction video. And as a Tennessee fan, this one hurts a little bit, but deal's a deal. So this video today is about the reigning and defending college football playoff national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes of the Big Ten. All right, now they went on, as of now, the greatest run to ever win a college football national championship. That's undisputed as of now. Can they follow it up? So, shall we get into this? All right. Ohio State 14-2 last season, defeated Notre Dame to win the CFP National Championship. Ryan Day, it's kind of weird. Ryan Day's been there for 6 years already. This is his 7th season at Ohio State. It's been that long. His seventh full season at Ohio State. His career record at Ohio State in the previous time is 70-10. Oh, he doesn't win games. According to who? I got a 7-1 win-loss ratio. I don't know what y'all talking about. Anyway, Brian Hartline begins his first formal full season as the full-time offensive coordinator and wide receivers coach. He was co-OC and wide receivers coach last year. But he wasn't the play caller. The play caller, everybody knows, co-OC, that was Chip Kelly, who left Ohio State to become the offensive coordinator of the Las Vegas Raiders in the National Football League. Ohio State, with what they had, they ranked 30th in total offense last season. So a coach leaves for the NFL, and then an NFL coach comes in. Matt Patricia, former NFL head coach, begins his first season as defensive coordinator for Ohio State. Coach Patricia was previously, was a senior defensive analyst for the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. The former defensive coordinator Jim Knowles left to become the defensive coordinator at Penn State. Think that game's going to have a little bit more meaning this year. Ohio State, behind Jim Knowles, ranked first in total defense last season. Are they going to be able to match that up? That's going to be an interesting situation here. By the way, those you're asking the curtain up, I'm actually down here in Florida, and somebody was over here doing work and just pissing me off. So I put the curtain up, and he gave up after about 10 minutes. Children. Anyway, so we get to the offense here. So basically, one thing I'd say about Ohio State is a different program than some of the other ones I've done. Georgia is one. Alabama. There's programs where elite 5 freshmen make impacts. Last year was no different for Ohio State, and there will be freshmen who will make impacts in this roster, even though they have no college football experience. But there's going to be some freshmen that are going to get some serious playing time and factored into things. How well? We're going to see. Quarterback room. Everybody's wondering who the starter is going to be. It's Julian Sayin. Who are we kidding here? The sophomore, he didn't have at least 100 yards passing last year, but considering who was ahead of him, are we that big of a surprise? As a freshman, he did do something last year. The battle's actually going to be who's his backup. I mean, you got Lincoln Kineholes, the junior. He didn't record any stats last season. You got Mason Maggs. He recorded some stats. He was the junior. He was the senior, excuse me. He was actually injured most of the year, but he did something. But I think probably the odds-on one, I mean, he's going to be something, second, third string, is Eli Brickhandler, the grad transfer from Houston Christian. 38 of 77, 557 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So Julian's going to be the starter. It's actually going to be who's going to be the backup? You basically got a junior and 2 seniors battling it out for it. So who's the backup's going to be is actually going to be kind of interesting here. I would probably think Mason Maggs, but could be Brick Handler, could be one else, could be, it's up in the air. The Ohio State fans are going to correct me, I know. Running back room, can we say transfers have a heavy influence on this thing? Because realistically, we have a lot of sophomores, we have redshirt freshmen and freshmen who are going to be coming in, are going to have a say in this. personally, I think that's basically going to boil down to you got Sam Dixon, the sophomore last year as a freshman. He did something, according to some stats. But you've got two guys here I think going to be battling for the job. James Peoples, another sophomore, as a true freshman last year, 49 carries, 197 yards, 2 touchdowns. I may be wrong, but my gut's telling me C.J. Donaldson, the senior transfer from West Virginia, 163 carries, 734 yards, 11 touchdowns. He might be RB1. We're going to see. But I think he's probably got the inside track. Now, speaking of where freshmen make an impact, the wide receiver room. What a surprise. Best room on the offense. And who am I talking about for number one? We'll get to number one at the end here. There are going to be some freshmen who are going to make some impact in this room. I think probably Quincy Porter, the true freshman, is probably going to have the best shot at doing something, getting playing time. But it also depends on how this shakes out. If you're talking about upperclassmen-wise, legitimately got a shot here. You've got your sophomores, your redshirt freshmen, your freshmen. But you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Along with Porter would make 9, probably 10. Wide receivers got a shot in the room. A lot of these guys who are on here, upperclassmen, referring to Nolan. Oh God, I forgot where is it. Holy crap! I wrote his name wrong. I can't believe I did that. Wow. Nolan's a junior. Brendan Shigano. Brendan Schramm, the junior. Sean Lodge, the senior. Primarily special teams guys. They may, because they're senior wise, you're gonna throw a senior out there. Coach Day always is gonna let the senior go out and get out on the plays and make a play. Not just special teams. On a 5 wides, let them go out and do something. Senior's your last chance. You got to catch a pass. He's going to try to make that happen. That's what he does. You have David Adolph, the senior. He recorded some stats last season along with Bryson Rogers, the junior. Top 3 wide receivers coming back. You've got Brandon Innes, the junior, 14 receptions, 176 yards and a touchdown. And then you've got the two talked about. Carnell Tate, the junior, who was going to be at Tennessee at one point, decided to stay at Ohio State. 52 receptions, 733 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And who is the probably freshman to make an impact? How about number 1 wide receiver, Jeremiah Smith, now a sophomore, as a true freshman. 76 receptions, 1,315 yards, 15 touchdowns. Freshmen make an impact in Ohio State, but it's going to be interesting to see Sayin how he's going to work with everybody here. Now, tight end room is solid. It's going to be interesting, though. I think this is really going to be a battle. A battle could be who the starter is going to be, but because realistically, those who are coming back, none of the freshman tight end really stand out, at least on my scale. I mean, you got Jelani Thurman, the junior, Bennett Christian, the senior, William Kazmak, the redshirt senior, all did some stats, less than 10 catches. The one who did anything was Max Clare, the junior transfer from Purdue in the Big Ten. 51 receptions, 685 yards, and 4 touchdowns. I think, thank you, genius. Probably is going to be the odds-on one. It's a solid room. I mean, you got guys who are making plays here, so it's going to be interesting. Offensive line. Ohio State has had a reputation in the past of had offensive line that get pushed around, and that has been true. That has improved last year. Now, this is a younger line, again, with experienced players. It's a blend, like it's been every year. And younger players are going to be asked to step up. Will they do it again? Most likely they will. As to, there's every year it seems like with major programs, Alabama, Ohio State, the first to come to mind. There's somebody who comes in there who didn't do anything the previous year, then all of a sudden the switch just gets flipped and they just ball out. I think that'll be the same thing on the offensive line. So going that way now. Defense. This is an interesting room here. I mean, there's nobody afraid. Like I said, I'm doing here. Some of the players who have not, I call the ones who haven't stepped up and recorded some stats. They're going to have to do a lot here, because the ones who actually met the requirements of at least 10 tackles, 5. One of them's FCS. So yes, Ohio State took an FCS transfer. So looking at the guys who are on here, you've got Tyrone Malone Jr., the redshirt senior, Jason Moore, the junior, Will Smith Jr., the junior. Yeah, say that fine. Edric Houston, the sophomore. So Dominic. Oh my goodness. Dominic Curls, the sophomore. I got his name wrong, and I apologize for that. And Joshua Mickens, the junior. All did at least under 10 tackles. A lot of these guys were holders from last year's squad. So who did the one did at least 10 tackles? Well, I'll get the FCS guy out of the way. Logan George, the junior transfer from Idaho State, 56 tackles and 6.5 sacks. So he's going to be in the rotation doing something. Those who are back from last year's squad, the worst to first, like we always do with 10 tackles going up. Kenyatta Jackson Jr., the senior, 16 tackles, 1.5 sacks, and a pass deflection. From there, we have Caden McDonald, the junior, 19 tackles and a pass deflection. You've got Caden Curry, the senior, 22 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. And Bo Atkinson, the senior transfer from North Carolina, 35 tackles and 7.5 sacks. Like I said, the younger players, sophomores here, and the guys who normally haven't stepped up, they're going to have to step up on this unit to make this work. The linebacker room is kind of the same thing applies, but there are a couple of beasts in this linebacker room. I'm not even going to lie. Got some special team guys who probably I think are going to get in the mix in here. I got Alex Del Signor, the junior. Those are guys who did only one guy here who did not record. He recorded some stats, but didn't do much. That's redshirt senior Joey Velasquez. But freshman wise, I'm thinking Riley Pettijohn. He might have a chance to get some significant playing time here and get in this rotation and do some stuff. Those who qualify with at least 10 tackles, we only got 4. One of them's FCS, 3 holdovers from last year's squad. The FCS is Ty Howard, the senior transfer from Duquesne, another FCS transfer, 52 tackles, 4 sacks, 3 picks, and a pass deflection, so he gets a lot done. The holdovers, we got CJ Hicks, the senior, 22 tackles, 2 sacks, and a pass deflection. And then we got the 2 beasts here. Arvell Reese, the junior, 43 tackles and a half sack. And Sonny Styles, the senior, 100 tackles, 6.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 5 pass deflections. The man's everywhere. And he is going to be a beast and a problem for a lot of people. So it's going to be interesting how that's going to work out. Now, best room on the defense, secondary, the DB room. We got a lot on here. Freshman-wise, you guys I think make a possible impact here. I think, was it Devin Sanchez and Fahim Delaney, excuse me. I wrote it kind of fast. But I think they're both going to be, and I apologize for that, but I think they're both going to have some chances to make some playing time on this. We got a few special teamers who might get some time on here, mainly because they're upperclassmen. We're talking about Brenton Jones, the senior, Inky, those are them at Ohio State. Ryan Rositsky, the junior. We also got Keenan Nelson Jr., the senior, and Galarian Go, the junior. Might get some stuff done. They didn't report any stats last season. We got Deontay Griffin, the senior, Bryce West, the sophomore, Aaron Scott Jr., the sophomore, and Malik Hartford, the junior, who did record some stats last year, less than 10 tackles. Along with J.J. Siebert, the sophomore transfer from Bucknell, FCS on down, Division II, Division III, junior college, community college. Got to be at least 20 tackles to get on my rating here, and he was less than that. He recorded some stats, not enough measurables. So who actually did what there need to be here, and are there any transfers? No. We have 5 here as well. But we got playmakers, I think, in this group. Some would say the defensive line of the linebackers. My condition, I think the secondary is the best, but you can tell me down in the comments when we get time to that. Worst to first ranking tackles wise, we've got Jalen McClain, the sophomore, is a true freshman, 15 tackles and a pass deflection. We've got Lorenzo Styles Jr., the redshirt senior, 16 tackles and 4 pass deflections. We have Jermaine Matthews Jr., the junior, 22 tackles and a sack. We have Davison Igbenosin. I hope I got his name right. The senior, 45 tackles, 2 picks, and 9 pass deflections. And the man who walked away from Georgia, and they're still pissed about it, Caleb Downs, the junior, junior safety, 81 tackles, half a sack, 2 picks, 6 pass deflections. Beast. Absolute beast in the secondary. I think the secondary is the best unit on the defense. Like I said, offense, I think it's the wide receivers. Defense, I think it's the secondary. You listen to the rosters. You let me know what you think in the comments. Now let's get into the season opener and get into the schedule here. They start off the season at home against the Texas Longhorns. 2 teams that it's a season over for both schools. In fact, the last time they met was the last time Texas played, when Ohio State beat them 28-14 in the semifinals of the CFP in Arlington. So Ohio State wins. Now they got to face them again. So this is on their matchup wise. This is basically most people's polls 1 and 2 playing each other in the first game of the year, this is gonna be an incredible game, an absolutely incredible game. Who's gonna win this? It's gonna be tough. Ohio State does have home field. Rosters are damn close. And the question is, I have to ask myself, can Julian Sayin outduel Arch Manning, even though both are getting their first full chance at starter? I think Julian's going to struggle early, have problems, and it's going to cost you against Texas. I'm picking Texas to beat you in the opener. Then you stay at home and you play Grambling. Grambling played Langston the week before. This is actually the first ever meeting between Grambling and Ohio State, and Ohio State goes 1-0 and beats Grambling. Next matchup is then staying at home against Ohio. I actually covered this game in the Ohio Bobcats preview and prediction video. You're going to beat Ohio. Then you go into the bye, come out of the bye on the road at Washington. I covered that game in the Washington preview and prediction video. You beat Washington on the road. Come back home against Minnesota. This is where I'm going to do a little bit of clowning of the Big Ten as an SEC guy. This is not directed to every Big Ten fan. Not even close. There is a very, 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 very small group who keep reminding me that the Big Ten schools anybody can win the Big Ten championship in a year. They've been telling me this. I'm going to listen to some of these win streaks that Ohio State has been absolutely burying people with, and they can win. Really? Okay. Full disclosure, getting that out the way. Now, home against Minnesota. Minnesota plays Rutgers at home the week before, so that's actually a good thing for Minnesota. Last meeting was in 2023. Ohio State won 32-3 in Columbus. They are still back in Columbus. Ohio State is trying to win their 14th straight against Minnesota, and they will. For the 14th straight time, Ohio State will beat Minnesota. Then they go on the road at Illinois. Illinois plays at Purdue the week before. Last meeting was actually, crazy enough, was in 2017. 8 years for Illinois and them to go around. Ohio State won 52-17 in Columbus. Now they're now on the road now. Ohio State is looking to win their 10th straight versus Illinois. Yes, 10th straight game versus Illinois, and yes, they will. They're going to beat Illinois. Then they go on the road at Wisconsin. This could be interesting. Wisconsin plays Iowa at home the week before. It was actually Wisconsin. That game against Iowa was their homecoming game. Last meeting was in 2023. Ohio State won 24-10 on the road at Madison. Now they're back at Madison. Ohio State is looking to win their 11th straight versus Wisconsin. And they're going to win their 11th straight versus Wisconsin. Now they got their second bye week. And now it's the Big Ten game of the year. Penn State comes to the shoe to play Ohio State in Columbus. Both schools have a bye the week before, so nobody can claim the fact that they didn't get in. They weren't ready. Last meeting was last year. Ohio State won 21-13 and on the road at University Park. Ohio State's looking to win their 9th straight against Penn State. Yes, 9th straight. They won 8 straight times against Penn State. This is going to be a battle. This is going to be tough. Julian Sayin, you have Drew Aller against Julian Sayin. I think Julian will have found his way by then. He's got enough matchups to get himself ready for this, plus the bye week. And Ohio State's going to beat Penn State. It may be another close game, but they're going to get the win. Then they're on the road at Purdue, or Purdue, a lot of people like to call them. Purdue plays at Michigan in the Big House the week before. They're on the road in Ann Arbor, and then you got Michigan and Ohio State back to back. Nobody likes you. Last meeting was last year. Ohio State won 45-0 in Columbus. Ohio State's looking to win their 4th straight against Purdue. Yes, Purdue has beaten Ohio State more recently than Penn State, Wisconsin, Illinois, or Minnesota. Figure that one out. They've only won 3 in a row. They're going to win their 4th in a row. And, yes, they're going to beat Purdue and get their 4th win in a row. Then they're at home against UCLA. I covered this game in the UCLA preview and prediction video. They beat UCLA. And the final game of the regular season, the home game against Rutgers. Rutgers actually has a bye week the week before, so they got 2 weeks to prepare. Last meeting was in 2023. Ohio State won 35-16 on the road in Piscataway, New Jersey. Ohio State has never lost to Rutgers. They are looking to go 11-0 all time versus Rutgers. And they're going to beat Rutgers. Oh, anybody from the Big Ten can win at any time. According to who? Because according to these here, I got schools that can't beat Ohio State. But then again, Ohio State is the Big Ten. And then lastly, the game that y'all have pissed me off for 4 years running. On the road, in the Big House, in Ann Arbor, at Michigan. Michigan plays on the road at Maryland the week before, then they come back home. Last meeting was last year when Chip Kelly and you guys got incredibly stupid and you lost to Michigan 13-10 in Columbus. This is the stat that's going to piss Ohio State fans off. And for the love of God, please rectify this. Michigan looking to win their 5th straight against Ohio State. You screw this one up, ain't no hope for your asses. But I picked Ohio State to win every damn year because I still can't explain how the hell they're losing to Michigan. A couple of years, okay, Connor Stallions helped with that. Last year, your own ego cost you. There ain't no ego now. It's going to be Bryce Underwood against Julian Sayin. I'm picking Julian Sayin. I'm picking Ohio State to win that game and to beat Michigan. So they're going to go 11-1. They lose the opener against Texas, and they're going to win 11 straight to finish 11-1 on the season, 9-0 in the Big Ten and in the Big Ten championship game. So, please beat the living hell out of Michigan. I'm an SEC guy. Y'all have no excuse. When we won the national championship and their fans from Ohio State, but we lost to Michigan. They're still, I go up in Ohio all the time, and they're Ohio State fans like, don't you dare bring Michigan up to me. We won the title, don't you dare bring Michigan up to me. They're pissed. I've been picking you guys to beat them, and you keep losing. The Connor Stallions bit, we get it. Last season, no excuse. No excuse. Michigan proved last year that they were smarter than you. Y'all better win that damn thing. But I've done enough complaining about this and whining and crying about it and everything else. You can let me know what you think about everything down in the comments. So thanks everybody for watching the video. If you haven't done it already, do me the favor, please. Smash that like button, hit that thumbs up. Helps the algorithm, has the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. Going through the schedule again. And without all the extras and all the other talking, I want you to tell me what you think Ohio State's record will be down in the comments. All right, start the season at home against Texas. Home against Grambling. Home against Ohio. Then they get a bye on the road at Washington, home against Minnesota, at Illinois, at Wisconsin. Then they get their second bye, out of the bye, at home, Big Ten game of the year against Penn State, at Purdue, home against UCLA, home against Rutgers, and finish the season on the road in the Big House in Ann Arbor at Michigan. Let me know what you think their record's going to be down in the comments. Share the video if you want to. If you haven't done it already, check out some of the other videos that I've done. If you like them, hey, subscribe to the channel. On the road to 2K, trying to make more magic happen, keeping this thing growing, getting bigger. If you want to follow me on the craziness that is X, the link will be in the description. So again, thanks everybody for watching. More preview and prediction videos, because I got to finish out all the schools that are left. I then have to do my preseason top 25. My subscriber rankings for all the subscriber schools in FBS that are here. I'm not going to rank the FCS schools or Division II. By the way, still no roster for Lincoln University, the one in Missouri, our Division II school. They have still not published their roster yet. And they have not, I've sent them emails and they still haven't gotten back to me. So that one may not be happening at all. But, like I said, and then after that, I got to do my preview right before season opens on the 23rd, on the 22nd. Predictions for every conference championship game, the college football playoff, and who's going to be your national champion. So those videos, I'm busy. Told y'all, May was coming. I was going to be busy the whole time. So again, thanks everybody for watching. Whoever's having a great day. Be safe out there. Hopefully this thunderstorm doesn't make things too crazy. Be safe and please be good to each other.